Today, Republican presidential candidate Dr. Ben Carson spoke to hundreds at the University of Nevada, Reno during a rally hosted by the College Republicans group on campus. News 4's Van Tu was there and sat down with the renowned children's neurosurgeon this morning. Van?
Well, Shelby, what a time for Dr. Carson to make a stop in Reno. He's actually ahead of the GOP PAC in the latest national poll with 11% support, beating the likes of Jeb Bush, who announced his campaign the day before. However, in that same poll, Carson is beaten by a blank space because 20% are still undecided, but his supporters hope that will change. Dr. Ben Carson brings his optimism to Reno. He says he isn't surprised he's bested the GOP field, including Jeb Bush, in the latest national poll.
You know, this is bad timing for him because the country's not in the mood right now for same old, same old.
Carson is a world-renowned pediatric neurosurgeon with an American rags-to-riches story to boot. He grew up in poverty, the Presidential Medal of Freedom, one of his many accolades in his career, an inspiration for UNR College Republican President Miranda Hoover.
He's always really held a high standard to me, and I know that there's no other candidate out there that has as much healthcare experience as he does.
Carson gained popularity criticizing Obamacare and proposes an alternative, breaking down Medicaid funding into lifelong health savings accounts for each individual, about $5,000 to start.
$5,000 for each one? What could you do with that if you use that in an efficient way?
In response to critics of his plan, Carson says it doesn't include those with serious health problems.
This is for the 95% of people who have average types of problems.
People in our administration do not know who we are.
During his speech, Carson touched on getting ahead of ISIS, tax reform, supporting police, and ridding political correctness to protect freedom of speech. Rich Park says Carson's optimism won his heart, but not his vote just yet.
I'm not sure being president, your first time up, it's like going right to the major leagues. I'm not sure that's the way to go.
Carson has never held public office, an uphill challenge for him, but he says he has the experience to solve problems and the business know-how to transform the broken government he sees.
I would say that this country was designed with the people in mind, and people coming from all walks of life, not a particular political class.
Now an unlikely candidate, but one to watch this presidential election season. Now Dr. Carson heads back to Dallas tonight, but tomorrow he will be speaking in Las Vegas at the National Association of Latino elected and appointed officials, along with Hillary Clinton and Bernie Sanders. Back to you.